Hey, what's up, Buck fans? Real Bucks Talk back with another film study. Today we're going to go over the Rams versus Bucks Monday night matchup, Week 11. First things first, we got to stop the run. The Rams do it efficiently. Plus, what do you see in this run game?
Right. They do a lot of eye candy stuff, as you see here, just with a double motion. They get the running back to the outside. So you just got to be aware of, where the football is actually going. So you have to be disciplined with your gap integrity and make sure that you have players in position to make these plays. Again, great job here, just execution, and they set it up well. So you have to make sure kind of have both edge contains really good and get stop these outside runs.
Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of it's just window dressing, like you like to call it. It's just more diversion, making the defense think a little too much, but more and more in the running game. And we got to get downhill. We've talked about this in the past. Don't get passive with our defense. This defense is really aggressive. Keep doing it. It worked last week. Keep doing it. Don't be the Saints game. What do you see here?
Right, yeah, and just being in your responsibility. So it's going to be very important that the Bucks do that. They have to be able to, they can't allow these type of runs where you set up those cutback lanes. Yeah, you got to fill your gaps. So people got to be in position. But again, this is just good execution by the Rams here and getting upfield. So we can't allow this penetration to happen against our defense.
Knowing your gaps, knowing your zones. This is somewhere where we excel. So I just think the Seattle Seahawks didn't do it the best. This should be an area we should do.
Yeah, so and with that being said, the Rams use a lot of play action. I mean, this is a main staple of their offense, but they utilize the play action to more so get guys out of position so they can throw short. So, you see that linebacker there, number 44, he reads the play action and drops back immediately because he thinks, something's going behind him. But that's not the case with the Rams. They like to use that and then attack that area of, openness right there in the middle of the field and make something happen. So you have to make sure, you read that and attack it and tackle. And then as we saw earlier, they use a lot of motion and they can use this play where they get Robert Woods involved with the motion and handoff and really just catch the Dolphins defense off guard here.
Yeah,
So you just got to be
it's not letting the defense react. It's a quick move. Okay, give it to my wide receiver to score quick. Good blocking here on the outside too. I mean, that's a man block right there. Another block here, and then your wide receiver finishing. It's nothing that extravagant. It's something where, oh my gosh, this is reinventing the wheel. No, it's just drawing really quick. Defense doesn't have time to react.
hmm And here, Jared Goff again timing routes with Robert Woods. This is a play where he can just let it go, and he knows his guy's going to win. He's here in the slides running a nice sail route, so just got to be aware of the separation and the timing that they can create. Speaking of Robert Woods, they utilize them in the screen game as well, and you can get him out in space like they like to do here. Picks up a nice first down, but you just got to be aware of all the different variations that they can run at you. So, we saw this kind of formation earlier where they handed it off to him, but this time they play action and then throw it into the screen game.
And like we were just mentioning, that play action. We always talk about the Bucks wanting to do it. Look what happens when they do it. We just talked about how when they play action, all the linebackers, they got to read run first. The second they know Goff is holding on to the ball, they start dropping back. And what do we say? They like to throw it short to work this gap here. Get all their blocks kind of set up to hit all the men in front of them and attack that middle zone. Throwing short to take advantage of that play action pass. Because everyone thinks it's going to be a deep Hail Mary. Like, Bucks fans always want a deep pass. Okay, defenses don't want to give that up, so take the area that they are giving up. And the Rams do it really, really well.
Right. And then, here again, this is the one time they do go downfield using the play action. So they can attack vertically, but again, it's not something they do often. You just have to be prepared for it. They run a nice crossing route, turns the safeties of the Seahawks around here completely, and that's just a nice big gain. So you have to be aware of that. They will run that short stuff, and then they'll find ways to attack you downfield when you're not expecting it.
I'm confident in our safeties. I'm more troubled about what our linebackers are going to do. I think Winfield, Whitehead, Edwards, whoever's back there, they're good enough in deep coverage. Just know your assignment. That's what we say all the time. Do your job. That stuff, this can't happen. Keep going on. This is really good play action. Look at the levels, concepts they have here. You have one man going deep corner, this man dragging across, and then you have a short outlet. Who's messing up here? It's linebacker. Like, you got to cover space. You got to be in your position where you need to be. Eats it up. Almost gets a touchdown. I'll let you break it down more.
Right, and yeah, this again, just that motion you see they utilize Woods there creates confusion. So a lot of eye candy stuff that gets guys out of position that you just have to be aware of and make sure you're staying in your assignment, making sure you're doing your job. So, but like Mark said, I mean, it's a great levels concept. Again, you have the motion here, you have the play action fake. So it draws your defense away from that levels concept, and then you have an open guy right there and almost scores a touchdown.
Yeah, great run play by a very smart team. But now let's talk about where they make mistakes. What do you see?
Zone blitzes is what the Bucs need to do often because it's what they do well. You know, attacking from different areas of the field. As you see there, the guy coming off the edge gets unblocked because of the zone blitz. So you can do things like this to create confusion. Jared Goff, he doesn't like pressure. He will throw it quickly if he sees a guy in his face, and you got to take away that underneath stuff right there. So
And we're
this
just
is some.
mentioning, yeah, the middle of the short area, right in the middle of the field. Well, guess what? All those times you always see William Golson and Ndamukong Suh or one of our fat guys go in the middle of the field. Hell, they could make a play today or on Monday night, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what, definitely have to take advantage of. But it's really just getting pressure. Again, here's another pressure that the Dolphins bring. Attacking that A gap, like, we spoke of many times, creates turnovers if you get in his face. You got to get hits on him.
Keep doing what you do best. Don't be passive, be aggressive. And look at all the guys on this line. I mean, that's loaded. They don't know who's coming. They don't know who's dropping back. So make them rush their decisions. Don't give them time to make a decision. That's what the Dolphins did.
Yeah, just bring those pressures, utilize your speed of your linebackers. This is something that you can definitely take advantage. Have your corners make sure they're keeping their eyes on the receiver, though. Don't look into the backfield because that's what can hurt you. So, again, bringing pressure. That's a big hit right there. A six-man pressure. They don't know who's coming. The right tackle gets confused, and it's just easy pickings for 91 there and makes the play.
Look how many people are on the line. And then you're
Right.
hoping this play action, the defense is going to have to think again. The Rams' offense is predicated on making the defense overthink. Don't overthink. Just do your job, get pressure in there, and make the offense, put the pressure on the offense. And you'll have opportunities like this. We saw it last year. Ndamukong Suh, y'all remember him running all the way down the field, arm up in the air. But it was a great homecoming for him. Let's hopefully we get some more opportunities like this.
Definitely. And now we shift to their defense, and this guy right here, 99, is definitely a guy you have to watch. I mean, he's just an animal. So we have to understand how to try to get double teams, triple teams on him if possible. Max protection, I think, is going to be
Oh
critical,
my
but
gosh.
he can cause havoc and create turnovers like this. You're going to see him attacking number 70 here with a nice just use that power right here. Watch this. Just gets him off balance and causes pressure, forces the throw to be long.
And he's so small and undersized, but look at the size difference between these two guys. You're like, oh, he's going to overpower him. No, Aaron Donald's just a total different animal. Like BA said, Tasmanian devil. There's no stopping him. He's just too fast, too strong. He's going to get in. It's just slowing him down. I mean, it's going to be hard to stop him. But overall, let's talk about their defense in general. I know you think Aaron Donald's great, but what do you think about their defense as a whole? I mean, they're ranked number 2. We're right there behind them at number 3. But what is your case about the Rams defense?
I think their defense is, definitely solid defense. They do a lot of good things, but looking at the schedule that they've, played so far, I don't think their off or their defense is that great when you're facing offenses like they've played against so far. I mean, you look at it, Cowboys okay, decent, Eagles not that great. Look at the teams they lost to, the Bills, the Niners, and the Dolphins. Again, not overwhelming offenses, but they did enough right things as far as running the football, which I think is something we should do.
And using those
But
tight ends, right?
yeah, and then so defensively overall, I don't think they're spectacular as far as the number 2 rating. Again, they can get pressure like you see here. They can force the issue. So we have to be aware of our protections. Obviously Aaron Donald's a big piece, but they can attack from different angles with their pressures and get easy sacks like this for Leonard Floyd.
Well, when Aaron Donald is getting triple teamed over here, someone
Yeah.
else is going to get open. Someone else is going to have an opportunity. I mean, look at all these guys on Aaron Donald. You
Hmm.
have two guys on one. Yeah, that's a numbers game, and the numbers game that the Rams are going to use to their advantage. But how do you beat that pressure then?
Yeah, you run the football. I know he fumbled here, but you look at the gaps here, utilize some motion here, and watch the linebacker shift with it. So you can create holes like this. Look at that massive hole right there. That is something you got to take advantage of, especially against their defense that is aggressive, but you play to that aggression by running the football, and you can stop their pass rush in that way.
And this is an area where Rojo can do running the ball. It's just him pass catching and fumbling after after catching the ball. But let's more touch on the running game. What do you see here?
Again, yeah, just running out of shotgun, which I like, and then just getting to levels where you can attack their guys, get double teams here on their other defenders. And you see they're running away from Aaron Donald. I think that's the way to do it.
Yep,
If
tire
you're
him
gonna,
out.
yeah, and if you are gonna throw the football, make sure you max protect. Find ways to, hold up their guys at the line. Use 7-man, 8-man protections if you have to, and then let your wideouts win on the outside. You have Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown. Let them win against those matchups, not excluding Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, you have the best decision maker in the game in Tom Brady, so let him find the option that he sees as best. And in this one, they run a lot of zone. That's something I noticed. So Russell Wilson moves the running back out. Cornerback just kind of stays there. He's like, okay, they're in zone. Let's attack this zone. Their linebackers aren't the best in zone, so tight ends. Use those tight ends. Look at this open hole. Gronkowski, Cameron Brate. They used them a lot last game. I hope they continue to do it.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, they play a lot of zone coverage. They use Ramsey and man coverage where, he's usually just shadowing one guy. So you got to take advantage of that space that is going to be available in the back, behind their linebackers, like you said. So there's going to be options like this to definitely attack.
And a team like us that's loaded all across the field on offense, got to take advantage. And then this is your option about Ramsey on man on one side of the field over here, just manning back, get crossers going across, correct?
Right. Yeah. You want to attack that space where he's playing man coverage because it's going to be open because the rest of the unit is playing zone defense. So they're in a certain spot and they can get confused if you can run crossers like this. You can get open space like you see there at the top of the screen to the tight end. So I think that's definitely an option. You could see, Mike Evans running a deep route and then, Antonio Brown going underneath to fill that void. That's something that we have to utilize.
It's almost using their strength their disadvantage. I mean, they're going to want to
Correct.
have Ramsey man on man all a game. Just attack it. Fine. Run underneath it.
So we just have to be aware of these spacing that is going to be available. Again, here they're playing pretty soft coverage here. Again, it's 3rd and long, but there's going to be opportunities like this, whether it be first or second down. You
Yeah.
just got to make sure you hit these open spots.
Your little outlets, right? So
Hmm.
Rojo catch the ball, Fournette catch the ball, Brate. We know he's sure-handed, but overall, get the yards that you can get. Don't force the issue. But other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the content. If you haven't yet below, subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff for us. And until the next one.